Alright guys and gals, this is Instructabot again, here to show you the continuation of the low poly crate tutorial. This is done with 3D Studio Max. You guys can either choose 3D Studio Max or Maya. It's up to you guys, but for right now this tutorial will be on 3D Max. So, 3D Studio Max. So, let's get started. So, a lot of times, I usually, whenever I want to export something into, let's say, Unreal or Unity, first thing I do is I got to make sure my units things are set up. You guys can set up the grid if you feel like it. Right now I don't have it set up, but yeah, usually I set my units up to meters. So how to do that, you just go to customize. Let's do that again. Customize, go to unit setup and select metric. I think default it's at US standard or I'm sorry, generic units. But yeah, just select metric, press OK, and what that'll do is set your entire scene up in meters. And that way, when we export in centimeters, and it actually comes into the engines. Both of them actually, in the exact, format. So, as far as whatever scale you're going for. So let's say if you want to do a 6-foot character, I forget what it is. I think it's 1.36 or some meters for a 6-foot character or something like that. Or I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it's around there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a box. I'm just going to make this box about a meter. I'm going to use keyboard entry, so it just places it directly in the center of XYZ. Let's say, for instance, I don't do keyboard entry and I just create a box out here. Click, drag up, and then click, about 2 clicks. And you'll have a box here. What you want to do is you can see the length, width, and height is actually pretty high up there. So we can just set that to 1 meter. And as you can see, it's not in the center of the grid, and that's what I was trying to get to. To zoom in on the box, up in the modifier panel, we press box. Click length, width, and height. After we made the so we click box in the modifier panel, create our box, and we have it. So, and then you change the length, width, and height to 1 meter each. Oops. So 1. I'll show you guys how to navigate real fast. So middle mouse, drag. You click it once, drag. That pans. You scroll in and out. With it, middle mouse, you can scroll in and out to zoom in on your object. Right click. Alt middle mouse is to rotate around your object. Alt and or Control Alt and middle mouse is to zoom in, not incrementally, but just zoom straight in instead of using just middle mouse to incrementally move in. So there you have it. That's pretty much the navigation aspect of it. So middle mouse is what you're going to be using a lot. Alt and Control and Alt. Control. So I'm just going to select my box. Right now you can see it's off in just some random space. I'm going to press W. W, E, and R is basically, W is translation, E is rotation, R is scale. And you have all these different options available for you. You can scale in Y, just click and drag anywhere inside this area and you can scale your object. E, same thing. You can rotate. A turns on angle snap, so it does increments of 5. You can also adjust that with other settings, the angle snap settings. W, translation. So as you can see, as I'm translating an X, I'm taking the X handle and I'm moving it you can see down here in the lower bottom corner right here, it's at 13.278. I'm just going to drag, and you can see that's only moving. What I want to do is just zero everything out. So I'm going to take the entire object itself, zero it out, and what that'll do is it will bring it to the center of the grid. So that's pretty much a 1 meter box. It's probably about, I want to say around close to maybe 4 feet. I want to say 4 to 5 feet, and that's where our monster texture is going to be on, our monster in the box. And let me go ahead and set them up that way.